If you were still here, good for you. Today we're going to be reading out of the first letter of Peter, chapter 1, verse 13. And it says this: "Therefore, prepare your minds for action. Discipline yourselves. Set all your hope on the grace that Jesus Christ will bring you when He is revealed." This verse today is a call to holy living. And the first part that I want to focus on today is to prepare your minds for action. When we talk about that action, we mean two things. The first thing is that if somebody were to come up to us and ask us, what is God? Why do you believe in God? What is faith about? We should be able to prepare our minds to answer that question anywhere, anytime. We should be able to be strong enough in our faith, deep enough and steady enough in our word that we be able to back up our faith with evidence and share our testimony with that person, that we may hopefully plant a seed in their mind. But not only, the second form of action is that we maybe be able to fight and answer the call to be God's warrior. When something evil is upon us or our family or our friends or society as a whole, we should be able to act as Christ. We should be doing His will to help the greater good. The next thing that I want to focus on is when God says discipline yourselves. Discipline has a basic meaning and a deeper meaning attached. The first thing is that we need to be physically prepared and healthy enough to live a long and fruitful life according to God's word. But not only that, we need to be able to take on the challenges and difficulties of life on the chin and get through it. We need to be physically prepared to prove to God and everyone else that we are a warrior of His. And not only that, we need to be mentally fortified. Knowing God's word and living His life mentally fortifies you. Being mentally fortified means that you can take on the evils of this world and not crack. You can look at somebody and know whether they are evil or good because you know God's word. You can look at yourself and know if your heart is evil or good because you know God's word. The point of being mentally fortified is that we can reflect on our peers to see what we believe and to double down on that, solidify that, but also reflect on our own thoughts and actions to revise the areas that we were wrong. The reason I'm making this video today is to invite you to be a proactive person and not a reactive person. The world that we live in today, sadly, is a reactive world. We do things that when somebody acts or says something that is not justifying or commendable to someone else, they get offended, and that in turn changes the bar of normality. And it has now allowed people's delusions to change the reality that we live in. So I'm inviting you today to be proactive. Look in the ways that you can spark goodness, that you can do positive change in the world. Look from within first, and you'll be able to change the world for the better. So remember, be proactive and not reactive.